I'm going live in the fucking kitchen. I am live in the kitchen. Welcome to, I don't think there's anybody out there watching. I could just tap dance if I want and no one will see me. I could do a strip. I could strip myself off in the kitchen and no one would ever notice that I've gone live. Doesn't matter. Anyway, welcome to the kitchen. Welcome to a live liquid Sunday roast. And in this one, boys and girls, well, the title suggests I am not gonna cook fuck all. I'm not gonna do fuck all. I'm not cooking fuck all. I just thought, I've got, the wife's out of work. There's really nothing to do. I've done all the house malarkey like you do. So I've got some beers. So I might as well bloody drink them, ain't I? And all stouts as well. So we're going to kick off with the first one, like you do. The first one I've got is Common Grounds from Magic Rock. So I just thought, have something, a liquid Sunday roast. And all these are, look at that. All these kind of like stouts and porters. Let's see who's on. Here we go. See who's on. Let's see who's on the show. I know Matthew Barker's in the room, but I can't get his comments up because this fucking's going completely fucking nuts. Is it up? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I thought I'll have something like an alternative Sunday roast, if you know what I mean. So get some stouts in, like you do. I've got the pancake one, I've got the peanut butter, just for a laugh, like you do. Nothing else better to do, is there, to get pissed on a Sunday dinner time. So we got Scott and Wonder. Hello, big congratulations on yesterday's mammoth feat. You must feel it today. Cool. I'll tell you what, I thought I could talk a lot, but quite well. God, I tell you, 12 hours. Whew. That was a long one, that one. So Matthew Barker says, the world's worst internet is here. Yes, it is the world's worst internet. I don't care. A bit early for a beer. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I've got the common grounds. Nice stuff. I think it's out of date and all. I was going to do a cat, but the cats have decided that they don't want to know at the moment. They've decided to bugger off, and which is a bit of a shame, because the one I was going to review today was this one. I was going to eat a bit. Have a bit of this. See what it's like. I'll review it for you. Bit of cat food. Yeah. It's a bit salty, that one. What about this one? This one might be a good one. I'll have a bit of this. A bit salty for me. So this cat food, this one here is aroma extingent, this cat food. And I'll tell you what, I bet it makes your farts smell a little bit pretty. So not good, that one. I don't like that one either. So that's my cat food review out of the way. I was gonna anyway, it's never too early to have a beer. It's never too early to have a beer. I just can't, beer runs in my veins, all the time. Yes, it is the world's worst internet. Always comes up trumps for me, I'll tell you. Anyway. Who we got next coming up? Matthew Barker I'm sorry if I've ignored your. I didn't ignore your comments. It just kind of like couldn't come up. Rocker's beer review says I've got a hangover. This has helped me. I'm ever so glad that it is. To be honest, you can't beat a bit of beer on a Sunday morning, can you? You know, at the end of the day, all the chores are done. You know, I watch Sons of Anarchy later. You know, bit of spare time now. I just, you know, something like that. Anyway, let's see what we got watching. Let's see who's up and about. Scott Wonders Well says, I love you, JB. I'm so sorry I couldn't get you on yesterday, pal. It's all right. At the end of the day, you had enough on your plate, didn't you? I just popped in and out. Pop in and out. I popped in about 12 o'clock. Then I popped in again about 1:30. I popped in again about 5 o'clock. Popped in again about 8 o'clock. And that was my last one, because after that, I fell asleep. Nothing to do with you, Scott. I just fell asleep. That's something I do. When you get up about 3 o'clock in the morning every day, you just fall asleep, don't you? At stupid times. Ali Mac Mechanical, never early for a beer. It never is early for a beer. I was going to have a cookery show here. I was going to, you know, rustle up something, you know. But all I've got is copious amounts of cat food everywhere. That one there, I haven't done that one either. Nothing in that one. Copious amounts of cat food everywhere, like you do. So, we got else coming up in this on the world's worst internet. You can't beat a bit of world's worst internet. Oh God, Boomer's beer reviews is commenting, but I can't bring it up. What have I just switched on? Well, I don't know, to be honest. I just thought I felt like doing a live one. I got about 4 beers to kind of like really chug away. This one is the coffee porter with chocolate and vanilla I'm drinking from Magic Rock. I think this is available on the Perfect Draft. I haven't got a Perfect Draft. So there you go. I don't have I wouldn't have room to put it anyway. Perfect. I don't think I would have any room to put a Perfect Draft. Anyway, what have we got? Not so keen on cat food. Well, I haven't got, if you're a dog person, I haven't got any dog food, which is a shame because I could, you know, get some pedigree chum out and everything, if you know what I mean. Which is a shame that. What's that cat food down with a bit of genocide juice? Genocide juice. What are you implying, Matthew Barker? I'm gonna try and pour this one kind of like correctly this time and pour it up like that on this maple syrup pancake things. Who we got coming up? I'm going mad on here. What's that cat food down with? No, we've done that. JB needs to get the KFC crisps for a review. Yes, I felt like doing some crisp reviews actually, but I've also felt like doing a cheese channel as well. I keep going on about this cheese channel, getting all the big stinky cheeses in and pairing them off with beer and wine, and you know, over the months your gut just kind of like explodes, you know. Like a big fatty walking around, you know, eating too much cheese, like a monk. If you know what I mean. No, not really. Talking bollocks. There's people watching me thinking, fuck me, this bloke's a bit of a sad case. He's drinking before 12 o'clock on a Sunday. That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. So what I'll do is I'll have some more cat food while the comments come streaming in. Like you do, because we like a bit of cat food, don't we? This one's a bit fishy. That one's fishy as well. That one's a bit fishy. God, that's salty as hell, that. I don't know how cats could eat that. Who we got? Right, what we got here? Ali Mac says, I don't eat dog food either, but beer is okay. Yeah, certainly. I was taking a piss out of the beer forums. They call Magic Rock genocide juice. I never knew that. I'm not really into beer forums, to be honest. Never have been. I do look at them sometimes, but you know, some of them can be a bit over the top, to be honest. And some of the criticisms a bit, you know, bit harsh, to be honest, on them. I'm not really a fan of beer forums at all. But you know, everyone's got an opinion. They all stink, like arseholes. Everybody's got an opinion. They all stink. If you know what I mean. So who else we got coming up? Cats like fish. Yes, they do. They do like fish. I totally agree with you. You know, I shouldn't be surprised that tasted like it did. But this is 20 quid a bag. 20 quid a bag. I mean, I don't even spend 20 quid on a bag of munchies. Who does? Who does? Anyway, I'm going on to my next beer now. Marks out of 10 for that for me. About 6 out of 10. It's all right. It's not too full on at all. So next beer I'm going to drink. Hey up. The viewings are dropping now. God, I've had enough of some sad bloke eating cat food. We have got a siren. And this one is Nitro Maple Pancake Milk Stout. Like you do. So I'm going to try and pour this, what it says to do, and that's to go like that. There we go. I'm pouring it properly for once. Bit of a party piece for this beer. This beer was from Sainsbury's. Good lady wife got it for me. It was about £3.50, something like that. So there we go. That's a Nitro Pancake Stout. To be honest, when I had it, I was a little bit disappointed in it. I thought it was a little bit thin for me. You know, so a lot of these Nitro beers, they look great, but they tend to kind of like lose something in the mouthfeel for me. A little bit watery. What's for dinner today, mate? Salmon, potatoes, and peas here. Oh, how middle class you are, Mr. Matthew Barker. I'm so glad you're enjoying them. Me, I've got, apart from the cat food, roast chicken and vegetable soup. That is all I've got for dinner today. And with maybe, what else have I got? Oh, you've got to have these for afters. You've got to have these for afters. Jammy Dodgers. Johnny and his Jammy Dodgers. That's what you got to have for your Sunday roast. None of this, you know. So I made a Cooper Dark Ale. It's still curing. Be ready end of March. That sounds fantastic, Mr. Ali Mac Mechanical. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. Cooper Dark Ale. That must old school dark ales. You can't beat a good old school dark ale, to be honest. You really can't. Come on, I'm gonna go in with this. See if I get the pancake and the maple syrup. You do get the pancake and maple syrup. Well, I think you do. But, you know, it's a bit of a novelty act. You know, I used to like Siren, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because they're in the supermarket a lot that I tend to not bother with them. I don't know. Oh, Mr. Ali Mac says, apologies for the remarks not coming up as good, you know, as often as I should. I got nice bit of roast beef, young. Oh, I tell you what, sir, send us some beef my way, will you? Bit of horseradish on top. Ooh. Horseradish, roast beef. Oh, roast parsnips. Ooh, lovely jubbly roast parsnips. Oh, Mr. Barker, if I can get him up. It's always time for a crafty one. It always is. Always have a sneak beer now and again. What you do. I've only had kind of honey nut cornflakes for breakfast. So all this has got to go straight to my head. It really is. Next comment, please. If it'll come up. Might not. Tell you what, I'm eating so much cat food, I'll end up growing whiskers. I really would. That is a luxury, mate. Hope it's with a side of bread. The bread we've got in this household is all stale, mate. Absolutely stale. It's like something which was made by monks in the old days. It's not good bread. But then again, my internet is so bad, you most probably only see me having me bread at tea time. Put it that way. How to buy one to get one free KFC yesterday with the empty crisp. Yes, I eat both meals. Good for you. Good for you, mate. So let's see what else we got coming up. Yeah, they're not exciting much, are they? I mean, I've got another siren upstairs to do, maybe week after next or something. But I don't know. I don't know if the quality of their beer was suffered a little bit. When I first had siren beers, the Soundwave IPA was in a bottle, and it was available in Marks and Spencer. And I always remember it. I bought it in a bottle, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a cracking beer. Then suddenly I started to do a load of cans, and it used to kind of like appear in Morrison's all of a sudden. And I remember picking up the Soundwave IPA in can in Morrison's, and it really wasn't as good in a way. It was a bit boring, if you get me drift, like you do. Yeah, but yeah, they are. But I mean, even with this influx of Tesco beers which are coming out, or if they're not already out, I'm not getting excited about what they've got. I mean, obviously, I will be curious to try them, especially the Brewdog Salt collab one. Is it the Model Citizen? I would try that, but I haven't really been excited about this wave of Tesco beer at all. And to be honest, I'm looking at more unusual breweries, if you know what I mean, to be supermarkets, breweries we've never heard of, but have got a nice little lucky break to put their beers in a supermarket, if you know what I mean. It's good. Some Sunday dinner, yummy Sunday dinner. Stay here as well, mate. We save it because Mitchell loves to feed the ducks. Fair enough. Stale bread, you can't beat it. The Young's chocolate stout turned out well, buddy. It was 8.9%. It was like syrup. Crikey. I tell you what, that blow your bloody head off. We've also got Thomas. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you if you're still here, because my viewers count's gone, and I'm most probably breaking up because I've got the worst internet in the whole wide world, according to many a legend. Even their Death by Caribbean chocolate cake is nothing special anymore because other breweries are now making big stouts for fun, and it's fallen behind. Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree. Couldn't have said it better. This wave of Tesco beers is absolutely shocking. Even Lidl have a bear in there. Yes, like this one. That one, the old Barney Stout, a cracking beer. Like I said, I'd really don't, it's always, I'll always bring out a wave of beer, Tesco's, whatever. But, for me, it's getting a little bit mundane because I'm waiting for their next, vocation. Guzman, that will be coming most probably soon. And even though I do love vocation, I do love salt breweries, I just feel like they should get somebody else in, another name, a different name, you know, just to prick me ears up and say, oh, let's go to Tesco's and try that beer. Because there's plenty of breweries out there. And I think there'll be plenty of brewers who would like to see their name on a can or a bottle in Tesco's for, you know, or whatever. But for me, you know, it just needs to have a little bit of a shake up, a little bit of, instead of seeing the same old, you know. You know, my next beer is a Northern Monk one. That Northern Monk are paramount in supermarkets. And yeah, I like Northern Monk, but it'll be nice to see a new name, just a new name out there, you know. You must really think I'm fucking anyway. Mad. I'm getting indigestion from the cat food now. Like it do. I'm back to one view now. They've all buggered off. People buggered off. It'll be going down to 0 in a minute. Scared them all with me cat food eating antics. McEwen's champion. I haven't had that for ages. McEwen's champion. God, I really haven't. I mean, I used to have the export in the red can with a bloke with a beard and the feather coming out of his hat. Good old days. I do like the old like beer advertising. Matthew Barter says, I think Morrison's have gotten to Domo's head ever since I've come along with releases. I think Domo's lost it. He most probably has lost it. But I'd say maybe Tesco have got a really special one under wraps somewhere and they'll just come out with it. They'll just say, oh, that, you know, something, you know, pretty special. Who knows? Who knows indeed? Right, we got a comment from Ali Mac. Lots of good small up here in the Highlands of Scotland. Now, this is a subject. Small microbreweries is a subject which is quite close to my heart at the moment. And I think that all these beer reviewers, everybody out there, everyone, I think we have got a responsibility to promote small microbreweries when we can. Give them a helping hand for all the hard work they do. And I think it's important that if you're on a social media platform, like I am and a lot of people, I think it's important that we should go out of our way and promote these breweries and to make people buy their products and beers, because I think it is the only opportunity, word of mouth, they could get, you know, especially if they're regional microbreweries. Anybody outside that region will not hear of them. And I think it's part of the responsibility of every beer tuber out there. I'm laying down the law now. Every beer tuber out there to go out and promote these small microbreweries and review their beers. Yeah, still get that up here. Yes, exactly. So I'm drinking this. I've nearly drunk it, to be honest. And I'll be honest with you, you get the pancake at the beginning of this, but it's not really doing it anymore for me. But I've got a little favourite. This Stars and Stripes, this peanut butter and jelly porter might just do the trick in a minute. Might just do the trick, if you know what I mean. People are getting tired of some bigger craft breweries. Pages who think they can do whatever they want. The small, genuinely good and honest craft microbreweries need a helping hand. Exactly. That is what we need to do as, you know, an online community or whatever. I think it comes to the point where, you know, you got two sets of breweries now. You got the craft, designer, beer, whatever you want to call them. Then you've got the more traditional breweries, the old school breweries. Then you got the small guy in a lockup somewhere, struggling away, trying to make some sort of reputation for himself and trying to get is beers out there, and it's, you know, in a market which is absolutely saturated with so many breweries at the moment. I think it's the only way forward is through word of mouth on the internet, posts on the internet, just get them out there, get people ordering their beers, trying them, and everything like that. It doesn't matter how snazzy the bottle or the can is, you know. It doesn't matter if it's snazzy or whatever. What matters is the beer inside it. And I think it's about time that, you know, we all kind of got together and promoted these small breweries, because for me it's very, very important, very important. Something I feel absolutely passionate about. It's promoting small breweries. Black Isle Brewery is only 11 miles from me. Sounds an interesting place, mate. Whereabouts in Scotland are you? Are you in the Highlands, are you? Not that I know Scotland well. I don't really know Scotland well. It's up north somewhere. I go to Edinburgh quite often, but I don't go beyond that. I think I went to Fort William once, and that was it. Yeah, it's all right. That no, it's not. It's thin as hell. Right, tell us what you're drinking. What beers are you drinking today? If anybody's drinking any beers, like you do. Me, I'm just having these 4 Blackens. Watch some episodes of Anarchy. Maybe have a couple of Blackens tonight. You know, stouts tonight. Like you do. Let's see. We got them. So let's see who we got. There we go. I also know it's a small microbrews. It's a basic can and not fancy up. Like, you can put a great artwork in what they're doing. It's a book. Yes, exactly. I mean, if you've got the resources, advertising, can design, labels will work wonders for you. If you haven't got them resources and you're just a small brewery trying to make a living out of it, or trying to sustain a business through producing beer, you can't really do it. So it's really more important that through word of mouth, throughout media or whatever, that we should, you know, support them, definitely, because you'd be surprised, because these small breweries may produce something that will put a major brewery to shame, you know. He lives out in Inverness, 10 minutes from Loch Ness. I went to Loch Ness once, never saw the monster like you do. I remember getting bit by a load of midges. That's all I remember at the time I was there. Absolutely, because we walked up Ben Nevis. We went up Ben Nevis to the summit. Well, we didn't get to the summit. I went with the missus. She got tired halfway up. Oh, I'm tired. I walked up the bloody mountain. She wanted to come back down. There's a little pub at the bottom of the mountain, if I remember. And that was my kind of like experience of Ben Nevis. So, yeah, yeah, it's a lovely part of the world, but too many midges for me, to be honest. Right, next beer is that one. Stars and Stripes, peanut butter and jelly porter, clocking in at 5.9% ABV. I really like this one. This one was Tesco's. I think it's still in Tesco's. I like it's an acquired taste for some people. Me personally, I think it's a bit of a belter, because I used to be into me peanut butter, but over the years you get a bit overweight with them, if you know what I mean. So there you go. Stars, Stripes, boys and girls. Right, let's see what we got. Here we go. We have got one of the best breweries that tick all the boxes and also have a high standard of beer inside of cans. It's Turning Point. Great can design, beer inside the can, great looking brewery. They have got it down to a T, Turning Point, I have to say. And I think that's a brewery that I'm very, very excited about for what they can do and what they can bring to the table. They've got this artist to do a lot of their labels, a local artist, I think she is, and they are fantastic. They're worth keeping. If they did them T-shirts as well, them labels would be fantastic. They really would. Oh, Ali Mac, he says, I'll bring it up. If I bring it up, if I can show it, I don't know if I can show it. Is it coming up? No midges this time of year. You're joking me. There's bound to be midges. Bound to be midges in Scotland. There's gotta be. I mean, crikey, I got covered when I went. I went April time. I think it was April time. Stayed in this shitty hotel near Fort William, full of old people. It's like a old people's home. It was. So the corridor smelt of piss and everything, and it was bloody horrible. So yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. At the time, good time at the time. Ben Everson had a pint there when I came back down. Yes, and I saw a woman. There was a woman when I was going up Ben Nevis. She had high heels on. I mean, you're wearing high heels. You're going up Ben Nevis. She never got to the top, obviously. I mean, how can I get to the top? Me bloody heels broke. Bloody. What we got? We have got. If I can show it. If I can show it, it's from Dean's Beer Reviews. If I can show it, he says hello. I can't bring it up because the internet is the worst internet in the world. Hello, Dean. Hope you're okay, mate. Yeah, it's up. Hello, Dean, mate. I haven't forgotten. I'm going to get you some mails together. I'm going to send you some mails in back end of March, hopefully. I'll message you and I'll tell you. I'll send some local Yorkshire stuff down and you can try it for yourselves. See what you think of it, if you know what I mean. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Who we got? Next one. We got, I think the wake up and smell the ghost was too much of an acquired taste for people. And those Tesco have been crap ever since. Maybe a lot was riding on that beer. Who knows? I'm not particularly excited about the new Tesco range at all. I'm just not. It's just nothing really resonates with me. It's the same old. It's the same old, you know. It's the same old stuff. Same old breweries, same old names. Even though I'm not saying the beer's going to be rubbish, it's mostly quite nice, some of it, but I just want to see a new name up there. Just a new brewery, you know. Breweries, you know, Pressure Drop. Maybe a Pressure Drop beer in Tesco. What about that? Or something new, just to, you know, just to kind of like, you know, just kind of get your attention, you know, when you're walking down the beer aisle, you know, past, you know, the hobgoblins and all that and the popper jobs, and you get to the little craft beer section, got died around. It's the same old Camden, Salt, Location. I'm not complaining. Well, I am in a way, but I'm not complaining. But it's just nice to see a little new name just appearing. Just, you know, just appearing, just to, you know, just to come up, you know, something. I've got loads of comments. I can't keep up with them. Dean says, no worries, Dean, mate, no worries. I will be sending you some local ales for you to try. Some fantastic breweries in Yorkshire, as we all know. Ali Mac says, that's Fort William for you. Yes, Fort William. That's where I stayed. Like a shearing site. It was a hotel for old people, a shearings one. I think I must have been the youngest person there. And I felt quite good about that. I really did. Neil Morgan, hello, mate. Funny Caught Alive. Yes, I've decided just to come on off the cuff. I don't do lives often. To be honest, I don't do any kind of, what's the word, any of these streams with other people. I should do, really. But I don't know. So I just thought you know, I watched a lot of Scott and Wanda yesterday, and you know, I thought it gave me inspiration just to come on. You know, I'm not actually doing a roast dinner. I'll be honest, I'm not doing a roast dinner. I haven't got any ingredients for a roast dinner. Like I said before, the only thing I've got roast in this place is a roast chicken and vegetable soup, which I will devour later on. But you know, done all my chores. I've kind of like cleaned the car out. I've hoovered the carpet. I've kind of like done the cat litters. I've done a cat food review on this, just in case you missed it. The cats run around and do it, so I stuck a few of them in my mouth, and I thought it was crap. And yeah, so the beers I'm having at this moment, I've just drunk this one, Commons Ground. I had it hanging about too long, thought I'd drink it. It was all right. I just had this one, the Siren Pancake. I'm a little bit kind of like on the fence with that, to be honest. And the next one in this glass now is a little bit of a favourite of mine because I liked it. It's a Stars and Stripes Northern Monk. That's been hanging about as well. And I have to say, so far, that's the best beer. I do like the jelly. I do like the peanut butter. You can't go on. So what we got Matthew Barker says, if I bring it up, apologies because I've got the worst internet in the world. Chris the Butcher said that, and so has Scott. So I do apologise. Having the worst internet in the world, but I'm in North Yorkshire. I'm in a place which is off the beaten track, boys and girls, in a valley, just outside the corner near Darlington. I said, I mean, Piston Head. Come on, B&M had that in 2016. I haven't been at B&M's for ages, and I don't know about you lot out there, but my local B&M, I mean, some of the people who work at this B&M, they look like kind of like aliens. They look like those aliens you get in the bar in Star Wars, you know, when he goes up to the bar, you know, and they go, I don't like you, and my friend don't like you, that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like you do. So we got one from Ali Mac. Ali Mac, are you on Wi-Fi on laptop? Because that's what makes the stream lag. Yes, I haven't got a wire. Apologies, it does lag. I'm terrible when it does. I'm terrible when it comes to this. I need to sort it out. You're right, Ali Mac. That means I'll have to do any future streams in the living room. But you're right. I will do that in future because usually I do it in the back room, and it's really bad. But at the end of the day, you know, that's that's what it's all about. Bit of a laugh. My streams are legendary for being really bad. What are you drinking? Right, you missed what I'm drinking, so I'll repeat myself again. I've got 4 beers. I'm gonna just drink 4 beers, jibber jabber, then bugger off. You know what I mean? So my first beer was the Commons Grounds Magic Rock. I've had it for a while and it was all right. I drank that. Next one is the Siren Pancake. On the fence with that, to be honest. I'll let you know. I think you all got that, didn't you? Yeah, you've got the Siren Pancake. Tell me what you think later after you. Stars and Stripes. I'm drinking at the moment. I do like that one. And I'm also, to finish off, my favourite one of the lot, Barney's Marshmallow Milk Stout. So I'm at the moment, I'm drinking the Stars and Stripes, and it's all right. Like I said, I could get addicted to peanut butter, like you do. So let's see what else we got on. Who we got? We've got Will Martin. Hello, Will. Nice to hear from you. Any beer and cereal? Actually, I have had some cereal, but I'm not into this. The cereal we have in the household at the moment is this granary stuff. It was all right, but I didn't have it with beer. But I will next time. I will next time, okay? I just go with it. Cracking. I've got the Simon Pancake. Yes, you have. And the milk foley from Sainsbury's. I have to say, you have to approach these beers. It's in a way that's more or less an acquired taste for me. The Simon did have the pancake. I picked up the pancake. I picked up the maple. What for me lagged it is the mouthfeel. That's all. That's just my opinion. Some people might like it. The milk foley, again, an acquired taste. Strawberries and cream. Yeah, it had it. Tell me what you think later. I was a little bit disappointed when I heard Turning Point were breaking into Sainsbury's. I thought they would bring out something like their Disco King, which was a great beer. So there you go. Matthew Barr up with a comment. If I can bring it up. If I can bring it up. This is the world's worst internet, remember. It's always pretty bad. The world's worst internet. Where's the cats? The cats are asleep. They've been well fed. I got me up 2 o'clock this morning to feed them, and they've come back. They've kind of like I thought, well, we could do a live cat food review, like I did the other week. But nah, never work with animals. Never work with animals. It doesn't work out. One's asleep in the window, got one asleep in the front bedroom, one's asleep in the back bedroom on the tower, which is kind of like cascading up to the ceiling. So there you go. Who we got? I like the stars. Yes, it is. It's okay. I mean, on paper, it shouldn't really work. On paper, peanut butter and jelly, it should not work. It's who has peanut butter and jelly in their sandwiches? But in a beer, it's all right. It is perfectly acceptable in a beer. You do pick up the jelly. Dial-up waffle. Waffle. Yeah. Bobby he said he will be in your box. Now, Bobby, if anybody don't know what Bobby is a British short hair, I think he is. He's a cat. And I've always wanted a British short-haired cat, but I've had to do with 2 Burmans and a Maine Coon, and they're terrible. Hence, that's why we spend a lot of money on cat food, which, if I had my way, I'd spend that money on beer. But it doesn't work out like that, does it? If you know what I mean. Like we do. So let's see what else we've got. Cloudy McLeod. Hi there, mate. Always have jam with my peanut butter, actually. Well, I'm glad you've joined us, Cloudy, because I'll tell you what, you're the first person I've ever known who has jam with peanut butter. I mean, when I first moved up north, it was jam and banana and stuff like that. And, from a southerner point of view, should have a health warning on, if you know what I mean. But, yeah, if you like jam and peanut butter, there's nothing wrong with that. Is it crunchy peanut butter or is it smooth peanut butter? I would prefer kind of like crunchy peanut butter for me. It's always been a preferred choice, but very, very fattening. It bulked you out and made you in a right lard ass. As it did to me anyway. I grew about 6 necks. Boom, boom, boom. Having too much of that. So it's cloudy. If I can say, it's big in the US, just like candied bacon is. That's another thing. Candied bacon in the US of A. I'll tell you what, I've never been to the US, but I would like to go to the US because I think there's some fantastic the food must be really, really good in the US. The portions, you know, us kind of like conservative British people, we're not used to the portion size in the US, and with some of the kind of like trends of food you get in the US as well. I've always wanted to, you know, to try proper American fatty food, if you know what I mean. I find peanut butter too sticky without it. Also, he says if I can bring it up. If I bring it up, I'll find if it'll come up because my internet is shit. By the way, I keep repeating myself. My internet is absolutely bollocks. The worst internet in the world. This is, but it doesn't matter. We persevere, like we do. Always crunchy, says Cloudy. Yeah, you can't be kind of like crunchy peanut butter, can you? You certainly couldn't. So we've got, you can buy the American jar here called Gloopers Peanut Butter and Jelly. I think it's called. You can find it in some places here. I will have a look for that. I might try that. I'll stick it on the channel. So I'll stick this on the channel. Gloopers Peanut Butter. Jam with peanut butter. According to Neil Morgan, I'll get it up. Oh, it's bloody internet. Jam with peanut butter is an American thing. It's very fattening. Yes, you're right. Because my gut was out here when I had it, and I had to go on a diet. But Cloudy McLeod has just said he's way underweight, so it must be a difference between what we get over here and what the Americans get. Because over here, peanut butter means, you know, that is laid fat of butter and peanut. We have got, if I can bring him up, we have got Chris Beers reviews. Hello, mate. Nice to hear from you. I watched the stream you did with Dean last weekend, I think it was. Very, very entertaining, I have to say. And I've noticed that you changed the name of your channel, which is Fair Dues. Fair Dues. I did watch your video explaining that. So Fair Dues, Chris. Fair dues, mate. So we got Neil Morgan. Fucking, if I can bring it up, because I've been to America twice, and you get a lot of food for very. I bet you do. I bet you do. I bet it's kind of like plate like that, and it's kind of like burgers like that, and about 6 or 7 burgers drizzled with loads of sauce and gherkins the size of a torpedo, and yeah, I can imagine. You could. But it's fantastic, Neil. But it's fantastic. I'll have to go to America, yeah. American craft beer. Oof. Americans all about the barbecue food. That's their speciality. Often found at places like craft breweries there. I mean, San Diego, it's a place to go in America, isn't it, where Stone Brewing is, and down that way for some decent beer. But you know, there's a lot of American breweries which I really do love. You know, Brooklyn, Sierra, you know, they're cracking breweries. Yes, I've seen it in one jar in a swirly pattern. I'll have to look for that, actually. Definitely, I'll definitely look for that. Definitely. So here we go. Lidl had the Gloopers peanut butter and jelly last month for their specials that they have. I think they stock it 2 or 3 times a year. Well, I want to keep an eye on that. Definitely, and try it. Definitely. What we got? See what we got coming up in the comments. Apologies again for really bad internet, but I'm renowned for it, so it doesn't matter. I'm renowned. You can't beat really bad internet on a Sunday dinner time, can you? I don't think the portions are as big as they once was over there. I mean, even the portion, well, compared to over here, I think looking at them portions, I'd imagine they'll be, pretty expansive. So yeah, I think there's one place I'd like to go in America. I think San Francisco for me and San Diego are the two places which I would like to go to. San Francisco just looks like a great city, and San Diego obviously for the beer. You know. See what else we got coming up. Live stream. We got some more. We've got Cloudy McCloud. Cloudy McCloud. Keto diet is all protein and fat, but very healthy. I'll have to put that in my little notebook. Keto diet. I would Google that and see exactly what you can eat on that diet. Matthew Barker, Stone have gone totally off the radar here, thanks to Brewdog. I mean, Stone for me are fantastic brewery. They still are. I mean, they had that one in Berlin, didn't they? The Stone Berlin, but they managed to shut it. And for somewhere, they're not doing it no more, are they? And I suppose that's the reason why you don't really hear of them anymore. But they did some fantastic beers. They really did. We have got PK, Ghost Hunters, Panicos. Hello, mate. Looking forward to a little tasting tonight with you. Been a long time since we've done one. Definitely looking forward to doing a little tasting. Anybody who doesn't know, Beer Guru Reviews on Facebook, join his group. He's been doing it for years. Been doing it even before I started doing this type of stuff, and that is years. So check him out. Check out his group because he's great. He's been a loyal follower of me and my channel for a very long time, very long time, and he's a proper friend. So check Panicos out. He says, "How are you? I'm fine, mate. I know you're fine." He's also says, I can't see that. Apologies for the shit internet, as always. I'll wait for it to come up. I'm just going to have a little gulp. It might not come up, actually. Me too, he says. Neil Moore has said about the beer that Scott was auctioning off on his charity shindig yesterday. Of course, I would like to try it. I think everybody would like to try it. At the end of the day, it's. I would look into it if I could get something over. I did not put a bid in for the beer Scott was auctioning yesterday. I don't know what it went for at the end. It did go for quite a bit of money, but a little comment on that. Anybody who hasn't watched Scott and Wanda's World, I highly recommend you to go and watch them. They're fantastic people, fantastic couple. They did a 12-hour live stream yesterday in aid of Great Ormond Street Hospital because I think they've got a stepdaughter, daughter who's basically had a lot of treatment there, and they wanted to raise some money up. And this is what I like about YouTube. There's YouTube is a great medium. You can use it to a positive effect, and you can change people's lives, and you can raise a lot of money. And they have embraced that, and they did that yesterday with full hearts, and they did a fantastic live stream. So I don't know if Scott's watching, but it was fantastic stuff. So what we got? We have next, if I can show it, because it's not good, because I've got the world's worst internet, of course. It doesn't work properly with me, the world's worst internet. What are you drinking now? I'm drinking what we were talking about, the peanut butter and jelly porter. yeah, peanut butter and jelly porter from Northern Monk in Leeds. This is available in a lot of Tesco's, I think, in UK. It's one of the better ones, to be honest, Cloudy. One of the better ones. Also, what we have got Barrel Aged Mocha Man now. Yes, I bet that'd be a belter because the normal the Randy Savage itself. I think it was the 1000th beer I did on this channel. It was fantastic. It was a great beer. It certainly was a great beer. What else we got coming up? We have got one comment from Neil Morgan. If I can bring up, yeah, it'll be. I'll tell you, I'll be well appreciative for that, Neil. I will send you something back in return, of course. Of course, I will. Yeah, like I said, the beer itself, it was good to see that yesterday being auctioned off for a great cause. So, you know, big thumbs up to Scott and Wanda for doing that. And I think maybe it might start a trend that maybe some of us might do a 12-hour stream in aid of charity. It's certainly kind of lit a little, inspired spark in me to do something like that. Just to, spread the good word. Just to have a positive aspect, give a positive aspect about YouTube, apart from a lot of negativity. I reviewed the Mocha Man Stout. It was Chris. It was fantastic. I live about 40 minutes from York, okay, and I had trouble getting it when it came out, to be honest. And I remember going to York and hunting in every beer shop in York. I even went to Brew York itself. I didn't have it, and by chance, it was in a shop which I'm never ever going to, and I never ever thought I would pick one up from it. And it was there, about 2 cans of it. And it was a fantastic stout. For me, though, Chris, if there's a beer I would recommend to you is the Imperial Tom Coco from Brew York. If you've never had the Imperial Tom Coco from New York, I highly recommend you to try that because I think it's Brew York's best beer. I think Imperial Tom Coco is a fantastic beer. It's wonderful, absolutely. Go out and try and get an order in of Imperial Tom Coco. It is fantastic stuff. So this stream has been actually rather eventful. I'm about nearly ending of that one, and I'll be breaking open my 4th and final beer, and that's the Barney's one in a sec. I have to say, I do enjoy doing live streams. I do enjoy the interaction. So let's see who else has put a comment in. If I can. If I can. I've got a couple of normal low Imperial stouts to try. They better be good at £4 a throw. I'd imagine they will be. Lervig are fantastic. Great brewery. So more Northern Monk. So 2 great breweries together, Cloudy. I would imagine they won't be short of stunning, to be honest. I think they'll be great beers. I'll have to have a look to see what beers have come out this month. Actually, there's a mail order I use called Trembling Madness, and they bring out new beers every month. And I will check out and see exactly what type of beers we've got. I'll see if I have got an Imperial Stout from Lervig or Northern Monk. So I'll just finish this off. Peanut, jelly, lovely stuff. It is, it's lovely stuff. Matthew says, I'd like to try more stuff from Top One. I'm going to see if I can get you some more Top One, mate. The shop they are stocking at the moment. Well, they're stocking Bristol Beer Factory, which I'm going to get you some from the Bristol Beer Factory. It's a brewery which I do rate. I've grown to love them. They're a bit of a grower. You know, the first beer I had from them, it was okay. Then I started to drink more beers from the Bristol Beer Factory and New Bristol Brewery, Bristol Beer Factory, and they were great. They really were. So I'm going to get a couple of them for you, and I'm going to see if there's any more top rope about because I want to try some as well. The stuff I'm going to send you will be stuff which is hopefully you haven't tried before. Now, there's a review of a beer I'm putting up today, which is a smoked porter from a London brewery called Hans Back and Hobday. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but I will get you some beers from them as well. I'm not going to give the game away about the review. I'm not going to give a game away about it. Just watch the review when it comes up later. Yes, they were. I mean, I think for me, whenever you get excited to see a new name like New Bristol, it's an exciting name, and like I said, I've had, you know, the session IPA was fantastic from them, you know, but for me, where they're coming through strong is with the stouts. I think the stouts, the creme brulee was fantastic. They do another one, and they're doing a French toast beer as well, which sounds intriguing. So don't worry about that, mate. You some stuff. It's like at the moment, it's kind of like I haven't. On Friday, I wasn't. On Friday, I wasn't well. I went home. I thought I felt a bit off. I didn't go, but this week, hopefully, get some more beers put in your box. So the special brew. The special brew review is my biggest video. Look at that! I look at that review. I look at that review with a little bit of the special brew review. I look at that with a big smile on my face, and the reason why I look at that with a big smile on my face when I first started doing this, you know, you ask anybody who does this thing, they get influenced. They get influenced from watching other beer reviews. It's impossible not to be influenced. And for me, when I look at that review of the special brew, it reminds me of my influence, and that was it was Beer Goggles Reviews, Terry Kay, and there is a lot of Terry Kay in my early reviews. Even though some people say that, you know, I remind them of Terry Kay, but it's nice to be kind of like that in a way, because you know a lot of these beer reviews over the years, they don't realise what impact they have on people watching them. You know, I've always said this, that you could be a beer reviewer and you can have all the subs and all the views in the world, you know, which is fantastic. But for me, it's always been to inspire others to do it. If you can do a beer review, and on the basis of that beer review, the person watches you, tries that beer, job done. But if a person watches you and thinks, well, I'll tell you what, I could, you know, inspire somebody to do it, then it's better than all the subs, it's better than all the views for me. For me, if you can inspire somebody, just like what Terry Kay did to me, just like watching Sober King Drunk did to me, all these old school beer reviews, if they inspire you to do something that you love, then it is game over. It's the best compliment you can give them. And when I look back at that review, I just think of Terry Kay every time. It's so much Terry Kay in that review. So that's a fantastic. It's a compliment. It is. It's the best compliment, because it's to inspire people to do it. It's the most important thing for me. Special brew, always good for a laugh. It is. It's not as good now, it's not as strong. I think the government knocked the ABV on the head, brought it down because there's too many winos out and about getting drunk on it. So it's one of them things where, where they blame the beer for antisocial behaviour more than the person itself. Lots of stuff to get your teeth into next weekend. Yes, next weekend, hopefully if it gets here, I'll be reviewing beers all from one brewery. I'll be supporting, and it's all in support of a microbrewery out in Grimsby. Now, this brewery, I've done one beer from them, and it was an absolute banger. And like I said at the beginning of this stream, if you're in a position to review beer, and if you can promote a small microbrewery, give them a heads up, make people notice them, then that's part of our job in a way. That's part of what I think is a responsibility as a beer tuber, is to, put a name out there, get people out there, interacting, maybe getting them to order beers from a struggling small microbrewery. So next weekend, if the box arrives, I will just be reviewing beers from the Crafty One microbrewery in Grimsby, a brewery which day by day I'm starting to fall in love with, because this guy is producing some great beers. He's very well independent of himself. He does a lot of stuff himself. He's even built the tap room himself. He's an ex-joiner. So it's one of these breweries which you really, really want to support. So fair dues. Matthew, get that box to me. It's going to be coming up all next weekend. Crafty One Brewery next weekend. So yeah. So see what else we got coming up. We've got a nice comment from Chris in a minute. I'll just see if we've got another one from Panicos. He says he's never tried. I think he's never tried the special brew. Highly recommend you to go out and get some, Panicos, mate. So we've got a comment from Chris, which is very it's very close. Actually, it's exactly what I said. You were the reason. Yes, that says it all. That says it all. Can I make a picture snapshot of that comment? That there means everything. That is why we do it. That's why I do it. Now, I was kind of like about 3 weeks ago. It was the first time actually since I started this channel. About 3 weeks ago, I reviewed a load of beer, and I kind of like hit a brick wall. I don't know why. I've started to question myself why I did this channel. I wasn't thinking of giving up. It was just like giving myself questions why I do it. Am I enjoying it? And that was the question I was thinking of, because at the end of the day, what happens is you get supermarkets, they bring out beers, everybody rushes out to review them, get the first up and everything, which I don't really play a part in. But it's kind of like you're on a treadmill, just waiting for the supermarkets to bring out new beers, get them up, get the views or whatever. And it got to a point where I thought to myself, I don't want to be like that. I want to, review beer when I feel like reviewing beer, not kind of like get myself pressured into reviewing beer because such and such reviews that beer or such and such reviews that beer. I'd try to be more independent than anything else. So this fella here, Chris, sent me a really, really nice supportive message, and I have to thank you. I thank you online because it meant a lot, and it inspired me to carry on. And that is why this comment is so important, because us as beer tubers inspire each other to carry on. And it's important, it's not all about your numbers. It's not all about, your views or whatever. It's about the beer. It's about the enjoyment of the beer, your take on the beer, however right or wrong. As long as you're honest, you're as right as anybody else. And for me, having that comment up like that that justifies what I do, and it spurs you on to carry on. If you know what I mean. End of sermon. End of sermon. I see they dropped. Yes, they did. I'm gonna have to do Stella with the dropped ABV. Not a fan of it. Boddington's as well. That's one beer which has escaped me in this channel. But that's the third beer done. On to the final beer now. And the final beer is the Barney's Marshmallow Milk Stout. Now, this one, for me, it's most probably the best beer Lidl have done for years, if not the best beer. It's phenomenal, and I'm expecting this beer to blow all the other three away. I really am. So this is the last beer of the stream. There we go. This is a proper liquid Sunday roast, and I absolutely appreciate everybody who has joined me in this. It's fantastic, and I will do some more live stuff more often. I think sometimes you need a little bit of a break from doing live stuff. It's nice to just kind of get into the routine of doing the reviews. It's been a while. I've got to go out now. Hope you enjoy the box. Yes, mate. Take care, mate. Forward to next week, and keep them peeled for all them Crafty One reviews coming up on this channel next week. I'm looking forward to supporting a local boy. Keep doing. Yes, I appreciate you. That is very, very important. I know you've supported us for quite a while, and I know you like your beer. And it's like anything. I mean, with all this beer tubing going on, you'll have your favourites. You'll have people you don't watch, and you'll have people who you don't watch at all. And it's not because you don't like them. It's just there's so many of us out there doing this, is that you kind of resonate towards certain ones. And I'm a bit like that. I'm a bit like I tend to watch certain people. Chris is one of them. If he's still on. Dean, all the beer, no idea. But sometimes a beer hooligan. You know, I tend to watch everybody who's got an interest in beer up, and it's kind of like a minefield of beer tubers out there. You know, there's hundreds of us doing this, and so it's kind of like trying to pick a reviewer which kind of like responds to you and has got the same sense of humor as you, because humor is a very important thing in this game. I think you can be very serious and have a beer and kind of like go into all the brewing techniques of that beer and everything. But for me, if you have a sense of humor about it, it just breaks the ice. Let's see what we got. Cloudy McLeod. I love that name, Cloudy McLeod. It's fantastic. Is that your real name, Cloudy? If it can come up. Just going in with this while it comes up. That blows the others away. Really does. I'll come up with Cloudy's review with a comment. I'm fairly out on stream with your philosophy, but I can't agree that one beer is as valid as another. I do appreciate someone has some idea what he's talking about. Yes, but at the end of the day, you know, what I'm trying to get at is that we're living a world of free speech, and you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion on something, and you respect you respect the point that everyone's entitled to their opinion, even though you don't agree with it. That's what I was trying to get to, but might have come out the wrong way, knowing me. Cloudy. Bad internet. We've got one from Chris. Yeah, I do watch your videos. I support, you know, even though I don't comment, I do watch your videos. You learn more about a person watching their videos than anything else. I mean, you learn about their their mannerisms, the type of person they are, you know, comes through on your beer reviews, and you do tend to learn, and you think as though you already know them in a way because you've been watching them for so long, so you know, so often that you tend to know them without them even knowing that you know them, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's just the way it is, you know. If you share the same sense of humor, if you've got the same mannerisms, the same, you know, it's got, you tend to know people without them knowing that you know. If that makes sense. Most probably doesn't make sense at all. Loudy, yes. I remember Loudy, yes. Thanks, Mo. I used to be Loudy. No one, including me, knew how to pronounce it. I remember Loudy. I remember seeing Loudy comments come up. So the last beer I'm drinking is this one from Lidl. This Barney's Beers Marshmallow Milk Stout, and it's clocking in at 7.4% ABV, and it is the best beer of the lot out of the four I've had. It's got fantastic taste to it, lovely texture. It's a great beer, and for the price, I think it's about £3 a bottle, something like that. It's fantastic, really is. Absolutely. So this purpose of this live one was an off the cuff moment for me. I haven't done one since Christmas, so it's a good couple of months. So for me to do this, I thought, yeah, off the cuff live one. That's what I like. I don't advertise I'm going to go live. I just do it. If people find me, they find me. So I'm going to do some more over the next few weeks. Might not be one next week. Might be the week after. Because I find that, you know, get on a treadmill. Sometimes you might, you know, stop thinking about. Well, not stop. You might kind of like start to talk about the same. So I tend to keep it fresh, keep it lively, like you do. Bit like David Bowie. David Bowie. I used to like David Bowie years ago. Spiders from Mars and all that, but didn't like his 80s pop like. Going back. We got one. Panicos. Sorry, mate. I'm trying to pick up your comment if I can. It's not working at the moment. Let's see what Panicos has to say if I can pick it up. Panicos, beware. Haven't had a beer in 3 weeks. Gagging. You haven't had a beer. Panicos says he hasn't had a beer in 3 weeks. He's gagging. I couldn't do that. I couldn't live without a week without beer. Certainly couldn't. Certainly couldn't. The beer I'm going to taste with you actually tonight, Panicos, it will either be that another bottle of that, which I've got, or it might be the Stars and Stripes. One of them tonight. Here we go. Trying to get Panicos, but he said, we all know Panicos is gagging. He's at 3 weeks. Bless him. Bless his cotton socks. We got another comment, but the comments ain't coming up at the moment. The comments, Cody says about Bowie, the way he pronounced Bowie. I think it's more that's about Bowie. As in Bowie also didn't know how to say his name. Yes. Yes, definitely. I know where you're coming from. Anyway, the beer I'm drinking, you haven't, you know, if you haven't fallen asleep yet. If you haven't fallen asleep yet. See that? I can't get it. I've got the internet in the world, by the way, boys and girls. I'm not doing any cooking. So this is a liquid Sunday roast. As I said in the live stream. And I have to say, it's been a very, very good one. We've had some great comments. We've had some great viewers. Yeah, you can't go wrong. So one more for the way. And I think all I'll do now, boys and girls, is end it there. We've been on near enough hour and a half. Cloudy's just woken up. We got Neil actually on. I'm trying to get your bloody. I'm trying to get your comment up, but I can't. Which is getting on my nerves. Let's get on it. Cloudy's just so woken up. I think, right, this is Neil Organs. I think I was overly optimistic with the Steve Austin upper, but I'll keep looking, mate. If mine's good, so I'll let you know. Thank you very much, Neil. Very, very appreciative of that. Really am. Let us know. There's a message or whatever, and we'll sort something out, and I'll send you something from up here in Yorkshire. Back down here. I think in Wales, isn't you? I'm thinking Wales anyway. So, boys and girls, I'm going to end it. I think it's brilliant talking to you lot. At the end of me. Right, dude, nearly at the end. Yeah. Chris Spears Review says, great afternoon, great live, mate. Thank you, Chris. Thank you indeed. Thank you, Neil. Neil, if you're there, thank you, Cloudy. Been an absolute honour as ever. Thank you, Matthew, Panicos. Talk to you later, Panicos. Yeah, I will keep them coming, definitely. Neil Morgan, we'll talk, definitely. Thank you, everybody, for watching this one. It's been a great one. It really has. Really has. So, yeah, and I'll see all of you again on another one when I end this broadcast. If I try it, because I'm going to have some roast chicken soup now. There's something for a Sunday, in roast chicken soup. Do me a favour. While you lot are devouring a roast beef and that, I'll be having roast chicken soup. No worries, Paul. Paul's beer reviews just turned up. I'm just buggering off now. I'm usually on too early anyway, Paul. But maybe next week or week after, do another live one. It's always